Today, the Church commemorates the moment when little Mary gave her heart completely to the Most High. Saint Mary was full of grace and without sin from the first moment of her conception in the womb of her mother, Saint Anne. Obviously, she was not aware of this status, but she was fully consistent with it. Christian tradition is convinced that Mary, while still very young, decided to devote herself fully, body and soul, to God. In fact, this was the reason why on this day in 543 in Jerusalem, the Church of Santa Maria la Nueva was dedicated. Prayer of the Day. Today, Jesus' gesture is prophetic. In the manner of the ancient prophets, he performs a symbolic action, full of significance for the future. By expelling from the temple the merchants who sold the victims destined to serve as offerings, and by evoking that the house of God will be a house of prayer, Jesus announced the new situation that he was coming to inaugurate, in which animal sacrifices no longer had a place. St. John will define the new cultic relationship as worshiping the Father in spirit and in truth. The figure must give way to reality. St. Thomas Aquinas said poetically, "Et antiquum documentum novo sedat ritui." Let the Old Testament give way to the new rite. The new rite is the word of Jesus. That is why St. Luke has linked the scene of the purification of the temple with the presentation of Jesus preaching in it every day. The new worship focuses on prayer and listening to the Word of God. But in reality, the center of the Christian institution is the living person of Jesus himself, with his flesh given up and his blood shed on the cross and given in the Eucharist. St. Thomas also beautifully emphasizes this. Recumbens cum fratribus, sedat suis manibus. Seated at the table with his brothers, he gives himself with his own hands. In the New Testament inaugurated by Jesus, oxen and lamb sellers are no longer necessary. Just as all the people listened to him hanging on his lips, we do not have to go to the temple to sacrifice victims, but to receive Jesus, the true Lamb sacrificed for us once and for all, and to unite our lives with his. God bless you.